Hi, I am author Casey Bell, and I am reading to you from my book, The House on Atticus Lane. This is chapter 2, and this is part 3 of chapter 2. They start to push the walls to see if they can find a passage. As they search, Cora speaks. Jerica, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Jerica? Are you in the walls somewhere? Jerica, please say something. Why is she not answering? Apparently she can't hear you, says Ronald. This was a mistake. I knew this was a mistake. I never should have came, cries Cora. Cora, would you please calm down, says Ronald. Panicking is not helping anyone. We'll simply go back upstairs and search for her, says Jacques. I want to go home. What part of we're stuck in here don't you understand, responds Ronald. Everyone just calm down, says Jacques. The three of them return to the upstairs and search for Jerica once again. As they do so, they hear the whispering again. Cora holds onto Jacques, afraid of her life. Ronald, although not showing it, is beginning to have fear about his whole journey of the house. They go from room to room trying to find Jerica. Maybe we should just wait until she shows up again, like last time, says Cora. I'm sure she's around this house someplace, says Jacques. Are you okay, Ronald? There is no response. Jacques calls his name once more, and Ronald jumps. Are you okay? Ronald replies, yes, I'm fine. They continue to search upstairs again, but they cannot find any trace of Jerica. They decide to go downstairs again and look for her. They search all the rooms, but cannot find anything to lead them to her. They yell and call her name from room to room, but they do not get any responses. After some time, Cora says, I'm tired. We're all tired, says Jacques, and I'm sure Jerica is scared out of her mind right now, but we have to find her. Can't we take a break? Asks Cora. They decided to sit in the living room. Jacques sits first, smiles at Cora's reaction. Jacques says, everything will be all right. As they sit, they hear a table and chairs being dragged across the kitchen floor. Ronald gets up and sits next to Jacques. What is it? You think this is Jerica playing games? Asks Cora. I don't think she would do that, says Jacques. Cora begins to speak. Jerica, if that's you, I order you to stop it right now. The noise stops for a few seconds and starts again. They all decide to walk to the kitchen together. When they get there, there's no one in there, and the table and chairs are in their rightful places. They walk back to the living room and sit together. A few minutes later, they hear the whispering. Soon after, they hear talking coming from upstairs. Scared, Cora begins to cry. Jacques tries to quiet her as Ronald takes tissues out of his pocket and gives them to her. The talking continues until a loud slam is heard. They all jump at the slam and Cora begins to freak. I have to get out of here. She runs to the door and bangs on it. She screams, get me out of here, a couple of times. She violently bangs on the doors and windows trying to get out. Jacques and Ronald try to calm her down. Once they calm her, the place becomes cold again and it is silent. Cora falls into the arms of Jacques and weeps. He walks her into the family room where they still sit. Jacques says, maybe if we sit in another atmosphere, you'll be okay. They all sit together in silence. Soon, they hear the whispering again. At that point, Jacques suggests that they go looking for Jerica again. They go upstairs and Jacques suggests that they split again. You must be out of your freaking mind, says Cora. Jacques responds, don't worry, I'll be with you. Ronald responds, you mean I have to be on my own? You're not afraid, are you? Asks Jacques. No, of course not. Then what's the problem? Nothing. Good, Cora. And I will start in the master bedroom and you will start in Sarah's room. They split and go in the rooms. Jacques and Cora search the room, this time going into the closet, which they had not before. Cora says maybe there's another passage, but the letter said that there were only two. Maybe they didn't mention one purposely. Well, I don't know. Cora observes the closet. I can't believe they kept her clothes in here. Jacques leaves the closet talking. Yeah, well, I'm going to go in one of the other rooms. Are you going to be okay in here by yourself? Not hearing him, she says, yeah, you should come in here and see these clothing. Did you see the clothing? Jacques, they're wonderful. Not getting a response makes her nervous. Jacques, stop playing. She exits the closet to see she's in the room alone. Jacques, where are you? Jacques, can you hear me? Jacques in the other room hears her and says, yeah, hold on. Where did you go? She goes to the exit of the room. As she runs to the door, she sees him in the other room. As she runs towards him, something pulls her back and she screams. He sees this and runs towards her. As he runs towards the room, the door shuts. She screams louder and Ronald comes out of the room. What the hell happened? The door shut and it won't open. Cora is in there. You left her in there all alone? It was just for a minute. She said she was okay. What happened? I don't know. When I came back to the door, she got pushed back and then the door closed. It was like something pulled her back. Ooh, I don't know. I didn't see anyone. At this point, they can hear her screaming. They both violently try to break the door down to no avail. As they continue, the screaming stops. Finally, the door opens and they go in the room, but there's no sign of Cora. Cora, where are you? Asks Jacques. Cora, can you hear me? Asks Ronald. This is some freaky stuff. What are we going to do? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You said everything was going to be okay. I'm sorry, Ronnie, but I don't think we're going to make it out alive. Man, don't say that. I don't want to die. Maybe we can call someone. You have your phone? No, I left it at home. Don't you have yours? Yes, but I left it in the car. Way to go, Johnson. You really are a dumb jock. Hey, you take that back. No. Who the hell leaves their phone in the car? Well, you're the idiot who left your phone at home. They continue to argue before hearing another knock. At the same time, they hear a voice saying, "Help me out." Ronald says, "That sounds like Jerica. Where do you think she is?" I don't know. Where is it coming from? It sounds like Sarah's room. Then it's probably Sarah. They run in the room, but don't see anyone. There's no one here, says Jacques. This is getting too freaky for me. I want to go home. We can't leave Jerica and Cora here. Besides, Ronald, we can't get out. We have to wait until someone comes to get us. That's if we live that long. Don't worry, everything is okay. Would you stop saying that? Things haven't been right since we came here. Crazy sounds, scary passages, dead bodies, missing people. I want to go home. He starts to cry. Jacques says, "Man, you're not crying, are you?" Ronald continues to cry. Jacques takes him in his arms and allows Ronald to cry on him. Ronnie, just calm down. I am sure we will find Jerica and Cora and find out how to get out of here. As he cries, the whispering occurs again, this time saying, "He's behind you. Look out." They both look behind themselves but don't see anyone. They both walk back into the family room and sit. Ronald continues to cry. Man, you have to stop crying. We have to figure out how to get out of here. We're never getting out of here. We're going to die here. Don't say that, Ronnie. Besides, we have to find Jerica and Cora. They can't be found. It's hopeless. They're probably lost in the house or dead. We can't give up. Why are you so sure everything is going to be all right? I have to be positive. Besides, I'm the one that got us into this problem and I have to be the one to get us out of it. And it can't happen with you being so negative. Now let's go. We have to find the girls. They both get up and go into the den searching. As they do, the whispering and knocking occurs again. Ronald responds, "What is that? Why does that keep happening? Just ignore it." They continue to search for Jerica and Cora. As they do, they hear the front door open. When they run to the door to see who it is, the door is shut and locked. They tug at the door, but it doesn't open. They then continue to search, and as they do, they hear talking again. They decide to go upstairs to see if they can catch anyone up there. They search each room, each nook and cranny, but cannot find anything or anyone. Frustrated and tired, Ronald starts crying again. He sits on the bed in Sarah's room. Jacques sits next to him. "What's wrong with you?" "I'm scared. I've never been so scared in my life. What is going to happen to us?" "I don't know." "Well, we have to stay together. We must never part. No more splitting up. All we have is each other now. Let's keep looking." They get up and continue to search. They go back downstairs and even in the basement. When they return from the basement, they go into the kitchen. They stop to take a rest. When in the living room, they hear a slam and a scream. Jacques leaves the kitchen to see what it is. Ronald responds, "Jacques, don't go." After some seconds, Ronald continues, "Jacques, what was that?" "Jacques, is everything okay?" After not getting a response, he goes into the living room to find no one there. "Jacques, what happened? Where did you go?" He starts to cry. "Jacques, please answer me. Jacques, where are you?" He goes searching for Jacques, but cannot find them. He then runs to the door, trying to open it once again, but cannot. He then yells and starts banging on the door. As he does so, he hears footsteps from upstairs. Who is that? Who is up there? Come down here and show yourself. He cries even the more. Why is this happening to me? He starts searching again for anyone he can find, but his search is meaningless. He cannot find any one soul in the house. However, the noises continue, the whispering, the knocking, and the talking upstairs all get louder. He also begins to hear the furniture moving and the doors opening and closing. Running from room to room, he becomes a complete maniac trying to figure out which room the noises are coming from. He falls on his knees and says, God, if you hear me, please don't let me die. I can't die now. Please, I'm sorry for everything I've done. I don't deserve this. Please protect me from this horror. God, can you hear me? Please open the doors. Open the doors, please. I want to go home. He goes to open the doors, but the doors don't open. As he tugs at the door, he hears laughing. Who's laughing at me? Are you spirits making a mockery of me? What did you do to my friends? Let them go. Let them go now. He goes running from room to room, banging on the walls and whispering like the spirits. See, I can do it too. What are you going to do with me? You want to kill me too? God, please help me. His running turns into jogging, into walking, and then into lipping. If you're going to kill me, just kill me. He walks from the room. He finally sits on the couch in the living room. He puts his head down and screams into the pillow. He sobs, cries, and weeps heavily. As he continues, he hears his name called. He sits up. Who said that? The voice continues and then says, look behind you. He closes his eyes and then turns his head. He slowly opens them and hears, April Fools. April, Rebecca, Jerica, Cora, and Jacques stand behind him laughing. What? You're kidding me. That's right. We were kidding you, says Jerica. What are you two doing here? Rebecca answers. Well, someone had to do the whispering. She whispers, help me, please. They all laugh. Albert continues. And someone had to set up the house and do the banging and the sound effects and add the cases and the letters and the skeletons. This is just low, replies Ronald. Oh, what's the problem? Replies Jerica. You can dish it but can't take it? This is much different. I have never done something this extreme to any of you. I have never made you think your life was almost over. We have put up with your crap for over 10 years, responds Cora. It was time you got yours back. Just think of this as our 10-year get-back plan. I don't believe this. You're supposed to be my friends and you pull something like this. I don't think I could ever forgive you. Oh, please, says Jacques. It was just a joke. You know, says Albert, I have never seen anyone call on God like that before. They all laugh. This is not funny. I want to go back home now. We can't. The doors are locked, replies Cora. They all laugh. Rebecca says, by the way, Cora, you did some great acting. You made me think you were really afraid. I was starting to think you forgot this was all set up. No, I was just practicing. Get ready, Hollywood, because here I come. They all laugh. Are we really locked in here, asks Ronald. No, Ronnie, answers Albert. I just have to unlock it with my remote and we're out of here. By the way, thanks, Jacques, for dropping me off. You think you can bring me here tomorrow so we can clean up? Sure, no problem. I don't believe you guys did this to me. I nearly peed my pants, says Ronald. You're not still crying, are you? Asks Rebecca. I'm still shaking up, yes. I'm crying. It's okay, Ronnie, says Cora. Jack replies, I told you everything was going to be all right. And I told you there was no such things as ghosts, just great technology, as Albert. They all laugh. They leave talking about the night. Jax takes each one home.